Good day, Nixers. I am Errol, and once again, welcome to the Engineering Drawing Series, where we not only draw, but also are keen to know. In the previous module, we have talked about how engineering drawing has established a universal language for engineers. Now, on these next videos that we will be discussing, we'll be talking about, or we will narrow down our attention to symbols and diagrams that are used in the marine engineering profession. Specifically in this video, we will familiarize the various symbols used in the Kongsberg Engine Room Simulator, and we'll also be drawing and interpreting the engine room piping diagram of a seawater system of a ship. If this interests you, please keep on watching. To start our discussion, let us first talk about the various colors that are used in piping diagrams. Okay? And here we see these colors. Okay? As we can see here, if we see a pipe that is colored yellow, that means the fluid running through that pipe is actually diesel oil. Okay? Kapag naman green yung kulay ng ating pipe, meaning the fluid that runs through it is seawater, okay? Tubig dagat. Kapag naman cyan, okay, yung pinakamatingkad na blue sa lahat ng pipes, okay, meaning yan, okay, the fluid that runs through it is steam. Okay? Kapag naman dark blue, meaning it's low temperature, fresh water. Okay? Kapag naman light brown, okay, that means yung fluid na dumadaan dyan or dumadaloy dyan is lubrication oil or lube oil. Okay? Kapag naman brown, yung kulay ng ating pipe, that means fuel oil yung dumadaloy dyan. Okay? Kapag naman dark pink, that means it's heavy fuel oil or HFO. And then kapag naman light blue, okay, so sabi natin kanina yung steam is the lightest of all blue. Ito naman, light blue pa rin, pero hindi ganun katingkad gaya nung sa steam. Okay, so this means that it's high temperature fresh water. Okay? And lastly, we have light pink. Kapag naman light pink yung kulay ng ating pipe, that means the fluid that is running through that pipe is actually a gas. Okay? So those are the various colors. Now, isa sa gusto nating i-emphasize dito, class, is bakit ba kayo kumukuha ng Ishihara test? Okay? So, taon-taon, nagpapacheck up tayo to check whether your eyes are in good condition, kung hindi ba kayo colorblind. So, a very good application of that is this particular example, especially for marine engineers, okay? Na yung mga fluids na dumadaloy sa mga pipes natin is actually color-coded. Okay? Meaning, it's very important na maayos yung ating mata for us to be able to know kung ano yung fluid na dumadaan sa ating mga pipes. Okay? Now, moving on. So, we go to static symbols. Ito yung mga symbols na fixed, okay, or hindi gumagalaw, or hindi na natin ma-alter or ma-change yung kanyang state. So, meaning hindi natin siya ma-turn on or off. Okay? So, yan. Hindi natin siya ma-start or stop. So, these are the static symbols. So, first of all, we have our filter. Okay? Represented by a box with an X mark, colored orange. Okay? So, what is a filter? So, a filter, class, is, you can think of it as a strainer. Kung nakita nyo na yung mama nyo na nagluto ng pancit canton and then gumamit siya ng strainer, okay, para ma-separate yung mainit na tubig dun sa noodles, okay, then that's basically what is the function of this filter. Meaning, sinasala niya yung kung ano yung gusto nating papasukin sa ating system. For example, may filter tayo for seawater system. So meaning, if i-filter niya ngayon, hindi niya papapasukin yung mga unwanted particles coming from the suction area. Okay? Hindi niya papasukin yun. Kung papasukin niya lang is the seawater na gusto nating i-pump through our system. Okay? So that's basically what a filter is. The next one is a heat exchanger. Pag sinabi naman nating heat exchanger, so since there is an exchange, okay, may palitan. So in this case, meron tayong dalawang fluids na pumapasok dito sa ating heat exchanger. So yung isa malamig, yung isa naman is medyo mainit na. So basically, ang function nitong heat exchanger is magpapalitan sila ngayon. So sasabihin nung malamig dun sa mainit na akin na yung init mo, sa'yo na yung lamig ko. Parang ganun yung mangyayari. Okay? A heat exchanger is part of the cooling system. So isa nga sa makikita natin later on is that our seawater, yung kinukuha natin na tubig dagat, it actually cools down our fresh water. Okay? So yung fresh water na nagpapakool sa ating engine, okay? Yung nagpapakool naman sa fresh water na yun is the seawater. Okay? So that's basically what a heat exchanger is. Ito namang symbol na to, okay, a triangle, meaning yan delta or change in. Pagbabago ng o pwede siyang pagbabago ng pressure, pwede siyang pagbabago ng ng flow, okay? So yan. Ito naman yung broken line. This means a signal line. Meaning there is a certain signal na tinatransmit, whether it's a signal to open our valve or to close our valve, so pwedeng ganon. Okay? So basically this involves electronics. So next is our process line. So it will involve this one. Okay? So yung mga iba't ibang kulay natin dyan. Okay, yung binanggit natin kanina. Now next is this one, these arrows over here. Okay? Kapag ganito ka nipis na mga arrow, it just means the flow direction. Okay? Saan ba dumadaloy? Or saan ba papunta yung fluid natin sa loob ng ating pipe? Is it going to the right? Is it going to the left? Up or down? Ito yung symbol na yan. Kapag naman ganito yung symbol, mga triangles na dark, okay, yung outline, meaning yan, it's the signal direction. Okay, so mamaya makikita natin yan in our example sa seawater system. Okay? Kapag nakakita naman tayo ng mga ganitong forma, okay, this one is for turbine-driven na mga pumps or any other auxiliary machineries. Okay, so pag nakita natin to, meaning aandar lang itong machinery na ito kapag umandar na yung ating turbina. Okay? Ito naman is electrically driven, meaning kailangan pang may umandar na generator, okay? Whether it's emergency generator, diesel generator, okay? Kailangan umandar muna yon bago aandar itong mga auxiliary machineries na ito. So most often, these are pumps. Okay? So makikita natin yan mamaya. And then ito naman is shaft driven, meaning pag umandar yung ating engine, that's the time na aandar din itong mga auxiliary machineries na ito. Okay? So it's connected to the shaft, okay? Yung umiikot na part sa ating engine. Okay? Now we have here our various prefixes. Okay? So kapag nakakita tayo ng C, that's a constant. Okay? So basically, ito yung mga makikita natin na mga letra doon sa ating simulation mamaya. Okay, so ang mga madalas nating makikita dyan, class, is itong G, which is flow. Okay? Yung flow rate. Gaano ba kabilis? Ilang liters per second ba or liters per hour ba yung dumadaloy sa loob ng ating pipe? Next is current. Okay, ano yung kuryente? Okay, next is level. Gaano ba kataas yung level ng fluid? For example, sa loob ng ating tangke, is it 100% full or 80% full lang? Okay? So, dyan natin malalaman gaano ba kataas yung level ng fluid, whether it's lube oil, fuel oil, okay? Fresh water, yan. So, we have also here pressure. Okay? So, pressure is a very important quantity in piping diagrams since piping diagrams involve flow, and flow can only happen when there is a difference in pressure. Okay? Kapag merong pressure difference yung dalawang points within our pipe, so that will indicate kung saan papunta yung ating fluid. Okay? Now we have also here W for viscosity, meaning kung gaano kalapot yung ating fluid na dumadaloy. Okay? So those are basically the most often yung makikita natin for our simulations. Okay? Now let's go over here on this part. Okay? So here we see the symbols for this one. It's an unspecified valve. Okay, so valves class is, pwede nyo isipin yung valve is parang, tawag nito, yung parang gripo, okay, na ino-open natin, okay, and then i-close. So basically, yan lang din yung valve. Okay, pwede natin siyang i-open at pwede natin siyang i-close. Now, by the way, these symbols here, kung kanina meron tayong static symbols, this one, itong mga symbols na to, can be clicked or pwede nating mabago yung state. Pwede nating ma-open or close, pwede nating ma-start or stop. Okay? Pwede nating ma-start or stop. So this one is a valve. Okay? Ito naman is a check valve. So ang kaibahan ng valve, ng check valve sa isang valve is that itong check valve, it will only allow one flow. Okay? For example, papunta dito yung ating fluid. Okay? Kapag may instance na babalik yung fluid natin, okay, hindi yun i-allow ng check valve. So it will only allow flow in one direction. Okay? So next is a control valve. So ito naman yung symbol for a control valve. Okay? Now this one is for a spring-loaded valve. Pag may Z sa ibabaw. Ito naman pag three-way valve. So ito 1, 2, 3. So three-way control valve. So basically class, kung mapapansin nyo dito, this one will indicate the valve and itong trapezoid sa ibabaw will indicate if it is a control valve. Okay? Ito three-way control valve. Ito naman manual on or off valve. Okay? Manual on or off valve. This one is quick closing valve. Okay? Ito naman automatic on or off. Okay? So electrically, pwede siyang electrically driven. Okay? Now we have a three-way manual on or off. Okay? Valve pa rin pero manual. Okay? Ito kasi kanina, pwede natin siyang makontrol using electronics. Ito naman is three-way automatic on or off. This is a symbol for a fan. Ito naman is centrifugal pump. Okay? And ito naman is displacement pump. Basically, those are all the symbols na makikita natin as we go on with our discussion. So, not all symbols makikita natin sa mga i-drawing natin, but it will give you an idea na sa maritime profession, okay, just like in engineering drawing na sinasabi natin that it's a universal language for engineers, ito ngayon, yung pinag-aaralan natin, will be for marine professionals. Meaning, yung mga symbols na to is the same symbols na pinag-aaralan ng mga nagmamarine engineering doon sa Norway, Japan. Basically, this is also your universal language as aspiring maritime professionals. To start with our first piping diagram na pag-aaralan, so we will be discussing the seawater system of a ship. Okay? So here we will see the various symbols that we have discussed earlier. So we have here our filter, okay, our signal line, okay, our process line. Kulay green meaning it's seawater, yung fluid na dumadaloy dito. We have also our manual valve. Okay? This is our check valve. This is our electrically driven na pumps. Meaning, aandar lang itong pumps na to pag umandar yung ating mga generator. Okay? Then we have our control valve. Okay? Heat exchangers over here. Three-way control valve. Okay? These are all the symbols. Okay? So we have also our electrically driven na valve. Okay? Those are all the symbols, and at the same time, we have also the letters that we have discussed earlier. So letter G for flow, T for pressure, T for temperature. So basically, this means that T is 20, so 20 degrees Celsius. Okay? Those are the letters or the prefixes na ginagamit natin, okay, to be able to know the parameters, okay, inside our or used in our seawater system. So let's discuss now how a seawater system operates or paano ba siya nagpa-function. So we turn our attention here to the low suction sea chest. Okay? Ito yung tubig na nagmumula sa dagat. So, sa ilalim tayo kukuha. Kaya siya tinawag low suction. Kuha tayo ng tubig sa ilalim. Pwede din tayong kumuha dito sa medyo ibabaw na part. So, tinatawag naman natin to na high suction sea chest. Okay? So, there is a reason. Okay? Kung kailan ba tayo gagamit ng high suction sea chest at low suction sea chest. So, seawater is actually taken from two different sources. So, pwede tayong high suction or low suction sea chest. Okay, so lahat ng to, okay, lahat ng kukunin natin na seawater will actually pass through a strainer or yung tinatawag natin na filter kanina. Okay? So, gagamit lang tayo ng high suction sea chest kapag ang ating vessel ay loaded. Okay? Kapag naman yung ating vessel is in ballast, okay? So, yung gagamitin natin dyan is the low suction sea chest. Also, we see the manual valve over here. Now, there is a signal line, meaning whatever changes we do to this manual valve will also happen to this unspecified valve. So, we will observe that here. Okay? Yan. Okay? So, seawater can now flow from the low suction sea chest, okay, passing through our strainer, then passing through this valve over here. Now, as we can see here, we have this triangle, delta P, okay, meaning there will be a change in pressure, okay, at these 2 points, okay, or at the inlet and outlet of our filter. So, if there is a large difference, so basically kapag walang pressure difference class in between these two, meaning seawater is actually flowing, okay, flowing in a non-obstructed manner, meaning walang nagre-resist sa flow, walang humaharang sa flow ng seawater. Okay? It passes through our filter. So pag maliit yung pressure difference, pero kapag malaki yung pressure difference, meaning barado yung ating filter. So basically that's the indication. Okay? So there must be remediation that must be done or dapat meron tayong gagawin para maisaayos uli yung ating system. That's basically why meron tayong delta P dito. At sa actual, hindi yan delta P yung makikita natin, but that pressure will actually be can be seen on a gauge pressure or gauge measuring instrument. Pressure gauge measuring instrument. Okay? So again, seawater is being sucked, okay, from the low suction sea chest, passing through this manual valve, then passing through our strainer. Then, okay, will pass here. So these are our seawater pumps. Okay? So we have an auxiliary and main seawater pumps. Now, seawater pumps class, you can think of this simply, okay, kung nakagamit na kayo ng bomba, okay, yung bomba ng tubig, okay, yung minsan nga, okay, pag nasa bukid kasi tayo class, okay, yung way of extracting water from below the ground is gamit yung bomba. E minsan nga, lalagyan pa natin yan ng tubig para, okay, makuha yung tubig. Okay? Yung tawag natin dyan is kati. Okay? So, para lumabas yung tubig, kailangan muna natin lagyan ng tubig. Tubig din. Okay? So, bomba. So, same here. Okay? So, basically what this pump does, okay, pumps does is, ipapump niya yung seawater. Just like yung bomba na alam natin. So after it pumps, okay, it passes through these valves, okay? And then, okay, pupunta siya dito sa valve na to, sa manual valve na to. Now, when we open this valve, okay, so meaning now, the seawater can now pass through, okay, this heat exchanger. Yung symbol natin for it, heat exchanger kanina. So, green meaning seawater, blue meaning fresh water. Kaya nga tawag natin dito is a fresh water cooler, meaning yung seawater natin, kinu-cool down niya yung mainit natin na fresh water which is being used, okay, as a cooling agent also of yung ating engine. Okay, so pagpasok ng fresh water dun sa engine natin, okay, tataas yung temperature nito para ma-cool down naman ulit yung fresh water o dadaan sa kanya yung ating seawater. Okay? So, meaning after it passes through this one, tataas yung temperature dito and then idadaan yung medyo mainit na natin na seawater. Then after that, dadaan siya dito sa ating three-way control valve. Okay, now this three-way control valve, okay, meron siyang dalawang options. After it arrives here, pagdating niya dito, can either go here or punta dito. Okay? Now, kapag yung temperature ng ating seawater is pwede pa na i-recirculate, pwede pa siya na pang-cooling dito sa ating fresh water, ibabalik siya. Okay? Pero kapag masyado nang mainit yung ating seawater, so itatapon naman siya. Tapon na ngayon overboard, pabalik sa dagat. Okay? So, low suction ulit, okay? Then, recirculation. Okay? So, basically, the manual valves will be turned on. Okay? Ito class will be automated. Automated yung pagde-decide ng control valve na ito whether yung seawater pwede pang ibalik or kailangan na nating itapon. And this control valve is, ito yung signal line. Okay? So, we have our temperature controller. So, meron tayong signal dito and we have this arrow indicating that, okay, the signal line papasok ito sa ating temperature controller. Na basically, sinasabi natin dito, pag ginawa natin tong auto, meaning, kapag lumagpas siya ng 20 degrees Celsius, okay, yung temperature, magsisend ng signal sa temperature controller, ating control valve na, oops, masyado nang mainit yung temperature ng ating seawater, kailangan mo na siyang itapon, labas. Okay? Di bale, tapon mo lang siya kasi di bale, magpa-pump naman tayo or magsasak naman tayo or hihigop naman tayo ng seawater ulit ito sa low suction CHS as cooling or coolant for our fresh water. Okay, so automated yan through a PID controller or proportional integral derivative na controller. So this is automated. Okay? Pag lagpas 20, tapon. Kapag less than 20, ibalik. Itong three-way control valve nga natin, ang tawag din dito class, in this particular application is a recirculation valve or valve para na magdidesisyon whether paiikutin pa ba ulit or hindi na. Okay? So that's basically what this three-way valve functions or how this three-way valve functions. Now we have also here, okay, other heat exchangers, so steam condenser. Okay? Heat exchanger pa rin yan. This is also heat exchanger, freshwater cooler. Okay? And then we also, if you notice here class, we also have this emergency suction. Okay? So this particular line is turned on or opened. Kung valve na ito will be open. Okay? Whenever there is flooding in our engine room. Okay? So pag merong baha, okay, pumasok ng tubig sa engine room, then that's the time to turn on itong emergency suction. Okay? Turn on yan, pa-pump ni seawater pump yung tubig, and then, okay, same process. Dadaan niya dito sa exchanger, then sa kanya itatapon. So here class, basically hindi na natin gagamitin yung temperature controller to control our valve. So kailangan ma-imagine nyo dito na lahat ng valves din natin, although pwede natin siyang makontrol, in this case ito, pwede natin makontrol electronically, pero dapat meron din siyang capability to be controlled manually. In cases like this na emergency suction, so hihigupin natin yung tubig na nagkukos ng baha. Okay? So kailangan i-manual natin, fully open, papunta dito yung ating tubig dagat. Okay? Puntang tapon. Hindi na wala ng decision whether i-recirculate pa natin. Because in this case, merong baha sa loob ng ating engine room. Okay? That's basically it. Then, ito naman is fire and general service pumps. Okay? So, yan. So, that's basically how this seawater system function. So, kung napansin nyo dito, yung seawater natin ginagamit as coolant for our freshwater, for our steam, okay? For our freshwater, yan. Yung pinaka-main na nakapagpapapasok ng seawater in our system is this pumps. Okay? That's basically what a seawater system looks like or operates. Okay, same process will happen if we use okay, if we use the high suction sea chest. Yun pa rin yung proseso. This time lang dito na siya dumadaan. Okay? And yan. Tapon or balik. Basically, the same function with when we get our seawater on the low suction sea chest. That would be all for this video. And if you found this video helpful, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you are not yet subscribed, and ring the notification bell that you will be updated on our latest uploads. And as always, I'll see you on our next one.